Yeah, and speaking of ingredients like codeine and antihistamines are being used to manufacture homemade drugs. And listen, we are encouraging you to please give us a call if you're struggling with drug abuse. If you know of somebody who is struggling from drug abuse, give us a call, 083-913-3728. You told me something very shocking, Dr. Darren Green, that the long-term effects of using codeine. You talked about respiratory suppression.
Yes,
yeah?
Your breathing, it suppresses your breathing. In other words, your breathing center in the brain is actually affected, where your drive to breathe is slowed down completely, where you can actually lose the drive to breathe.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when people overdose, for example, on pain medication, when they take an OD and end up with that. I mean, narcotics in the opiate class, Michael Jackson. You know, the morphine, opiates, codeine, all the same class of drug.
Yes.
Used in excessive amounts have dire consequences on the central nervous system. And obviously, if you affect the switchboard of the body, everything else comes secondary.
Absolutely. We got a call from Ardeel, who called us from Johannesburg, who says that they're suffering. He's affected and suffering from codeine addiction. So what is
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thank you very much for that call. What is the form of treatment? What are the steps to take right now?
So the first thing you need to do is obviously surround people that know, surround yourself with people that know. So often that means a trusting relationship with your GP initially, to say, I'm suffering from these withdrawal symptoms, which are the irritability, the mood swings, for example, the tremulousness, etc. As you come off it, you'll find yourself behaviorally becoming agitated and irritated with people if you can't get hold of it. You find yourself doctor shopping for medication, or pharmacy shopping, where one pharmacist will say, but I've given you 30 of those, or I've given you 2 bottles of cough mixture, sorry, I can't give you any more. And then people start shopping. So you'll notice the behavioral trends, and then you need to obviously act on it. So surround yourself with people that know about your problem. Start socializing with people of sober habits. Obviously, have regular checkups and follow-ups regarding, obviously, the side effects and uses of it. And then find something to channel that energy into. Often people commit to a new event, like committing to obviously doing a new sport, or socially to a friend or whatever, training with someone, gymming, even doing an event like a half marathon, for example, where their focus and energy is directed at a specific new goal. Because remember, no one willfully becomes addicted to any substance. What happens is you become so used to the secondary effect of that feel-good hormone surge that you get used to, that your frontal lobe, which is supposed to pull up the handbrake and say, this is not good for me long-term, is then overridden. And that's what we need to look at. And then obviously psychotherapy is very important, where a trained psychotherapist can help you with the cognitive issues around addiction. And then obviously from a medical side, your physician as well as your GP can be quite instrumental.
Yeah, all I'm thinking right now is, you know, people keep preaching on social media about what a time to be alive. There are so many opportunities to do so many great things. How did this even become so popular?
Well, pop culture. So our role models that are busy rapping and busy singing and getting Grammys and Emmys, for example, are the people that introduced the world to this, even in their songs. I mean, if we look at Lil Wayne, for example, commenting in his songs and writing songs about purple drank and so forth, makes people aware of something that a lot of them hadn't even heard of in the first place. And so pop culture and us having absent parents and figures in the home leads people to look elsewhere, obviously, for role models. So a big wake-up call for us as parents, but also as community members, to start having active and good role models.
Absolutely, and of course this is the Expresso community that we are building, and we are trying to help you out there. So if you need help, if you know somebody who needs help with addiction to home drugs or home manufactured drugs, give us a call on 083-913-3728. We'll continue with Dr. Darren Green after the break.
Oh, you can make my